In today's video, we're giving you a real estate market update on Bergen County, New Jersey. This is all proprietary data, so you cannot find this on Redfin, you cannot find this on Zillow, you cannot find this on the internet. This is provided to me as a real estate agent with the MLS. I'm gonna whip it up and I'm gonna show you what we got. Let's go. This chart shows you the Bergen County median monthly home price for residential single family homes. You can see it is astronomical how high this chart has gone. I started my career in October 2019. When I started, people were calling seller's market. They were saying it's the top. They said that housing prices are going to go back down to 2015, 2012 levels, which was hard for me to believe, but I was new. I believed it, just like you guys and everybody else on the internet, listening to all these doomers. What goes up must come down. What about the stock market? Nobody wants that to go down. Nobody says that's going to go down. The real estate market, everybody's like, yo, that thing's going south, bro. Okay, you are clearly a very informed individual if you're saying that, right? As we go along, we got 2020. We did have this flash crash in COVID, March or whatever you want to call it. I closed my first deal in April 2020. And we got one of those deals. We bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom Cape Cod home, $365,000 for my client, no competition, easiest walk in the park transaction ever. After that, mayhem ensued. Multiple offer situations on everything. Nobody wants to move anymore. Real estate becomes gold overnight and everybody wants a slice. And of course, they want to be in Bergen County, 15, 5, 20, however far you are from New York City. We are very close, right across the river. We peaked at $610,000 in 2020. This was September, so it was a little later than it usually is. It's usually in June or July, but that was a weird year, so we'll chalk it up to that. That winter, we had our seasonal dip, like we do every winter in Bergen County. That will happen. You will have the seasonal high in the summer and the seasonal low in the winter. So all the charts that you're looking at, Zillow, Redfin.com, Jason Walters, whoever the heck else is making these real estate market updates, they're just giving you random information. This is the most organized, clear, readable information that you could get, and it actually has to do with what's going on in the market that I'm talking about. So this is accurate, this is reliable. Do with it what you will. Just know that a lot of people throw random data at you, and just because they have a random data point that sounds good or it sounds scary, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a valid data point. We got our seasonal dip in the winter 2020. And we had summer 2021 where we peaked at a median sale price of $658,000 in June. We dipped again that winter. Shocker, $595,000. These are pretty big swings, it may seem, and this actually happens every year. Then we had 2022 summer. This is when mortgage rates hit 5%. I thought that mortgage rates were going to skyrocket straight to 10% because I thought it was the only thing that could happen to slow down the real estate market and maybe get housing prices to reverse. But they went to 5%, and that did not scare anybody off. $720,000 median sale price. What did start scaring people off is the August mortgage rate print of 7% in 2022. Some people did get that mortgage rate, and that happened right here at the top. Right after that, housing prices started going down significantly. People thought that 10% mortgage rate was going to happen. People thought that 7% mortgage rates were going to keep people away from buying. So we had a very slow winter. I had some clients who had amazing steals in the winter of 2022. And we're approaching winter of 2023. So keep that in mind. If you're interested in getting a steal and not feeling like you're getting bent over backwards by the housing market, it might be a good idea to look at houses in the winter. I understand it's not feasible for everybody, but I am saying it's your best chance at getting a discount. And then 2023. Wow, wow, wee wah. This housing market is clearly unstoppable. What drove prices so high in 2023? It was the extremely low inventory. We have fewer listings, fewer houses on the market than ever before. Interest rates have become normalized at 7% now. People aren't fighting over 2.875 versus 3% anymore. Shocker, again, but now people don't really care about interest rates. All of a sudden, if they got a 3% interest rate before, they wouldn't buy because it wasn't in the twos. Now it could be 6, it could be 7, it could be 8. Housing price of $200,000 more, don't matter. I want it because they realize that the core problem of the housing market is that there's no supply, especially here in Bergen County. Why? Because there's no new land to build on. When you have no land to build on, that means that the only way that you can build new constructions is acquiring existing properties, knocking them down, and then leveling the lot and putting up a new single family house. This costs a lot of money because you have to buy that old property. We call it buying a lot, even though it has a house on it and people could actually just move into it. It's very expensive, and the new constructions around here are drastically expensive compared to the existing inventory. Because of that, we have existing inventory just getting dragged up because there's so few new constructions. People obviously want new. They can't afford new around here in most cases. It's hard to get a new construction under $1 million around here. We have no clear path of a way to acquire more inventory here. That's why housing prices have gone up so much, because people realize, the market has realized that inventory in Bergen County will be a major issue going forward for probably decades. And if that is the case, then housing prices are set to increase here for decades, unless there's a mass exodus from New Jersey. Why would that happen? Maybe something in New York City happens like happened in San Francisco. I don't know, but New York seems a lot more stable than San Francisco to me. Maybe it does to you too. You let me know in the comments below. The next graph I want to show you here is the Bergen County annual median sold price. Okay, this was monthly before. This is annual back to 2004. We see the run up to 2008 wasn't anything crazy. The year over year sale increases were not anything substantial. People say that real estate prices appreciate 3 to 5% normally. I don't know where that number comes from. This chart of the last 20 years in real estate, 3 to 5%, like, what are these people smoking? I don't get it. There's no normal. The market just crashed to rock bottom and prices are ticking up, and you just call like that tick up normal? No. Housing prices are based solely on supply and demand, and they're not based on some kind of average percent increase. It doesn't work like that at all. We had 2008, 2007 we peaked, 2008 we went down. We bottomed in 2012, $420,000 around here. Last year in 2022, $660,000. Look at this run up. 2021, 616, 2020, 560, 2019, 497,000. And this is year to date right now in 2023, we're at 695,000. So even with record high interest rates, we're still at a big jump up from 2022. It's not like some increase of like 2017 to 2018, where we only went up $15,000, $14,000, something like that. This is significant. Will it continue like this? I can't see it happening. Most of this run up happened with extremely low interest rates. Now interest rates are approaching 8%. I think they're going to go to 10% because clearly 8% isn't slowing anybody down. So let's see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. In Bergen County, we're still struggling with extremely low inventory. The houses that do come on the market typically need some kind of renovations, repairs, work done to them. A lot of them are turnkey. You can move right in. However, not a lot of people want to move into a 1970s ranch that still looks like it was from 1970 without doing any work. So even if you're buying a property for the median right now, which is around 700,000, you have to understand that's a median property. It's going to need work at 700,000. If you want something completely ready to go, you have to be north of that, in my opinion. There are some towns such as Southern Bergen County where you can get homes for around the $600,000, $700,000 price range, and it'll be fully souped up. You won't get the best school systems, but you're gonna have a great house just minutes from New York City with excellent public transportation. So if you're interested in moving to Bergen County, now you got the scoop as to what's going on around here in October 2023. It's still hot. I don't know what's happening elsewhere, but all I see here is multiple offers on every property that looks halfway decent. Guys, my name is Tyler Sellers. I work at 2Win Realty right here in Fort Lee, New Jersey. I really appreciate you watching this market update. It supports the channel a lot. If you'd love to buy a house with me, that would support me a lot. And you can get all my information in the description down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you want more real estate market updates or you want town reviews on all the towns in Bergen County. I'm working on getting a review out for every single town. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day.